In a bustling farmyard at the edge of a village, there lived a rooster named Chander. He was not just any rooster. His feathers were a brilliant blend of copper and gold. His comb stood tall and red like a crown, and his crow, oh, his crow was the stuff of legend. Every morning, precisely at dawn, Chander would leap onto the fence, stretch his neck, and let out a crow so magnificent that the whole village would wake in awe. Farmers set their clocks by him. Children repeated his sound. Other roosters tried to imitate him and failed. Chander knew he was special, and he loved the attention. "Cock-a-doodle-doo," he would crow, and the world would pause to listen. But Chander had a weakness, a big one. He could not control his emotions. In the same farmyard lived a group of mynah birds, clever, mischievous, and bored. They noticed something about Chander. If you praised him, he would preen for hours, but if you challenged him, he would explode. "Hey, Chander," one mynah would call, "I heard the rooster in the next village has a louder crow than you." "What?" Chander's feathers would ruffle. "Impossible!" And then he would crow right there in the middle of the day just to prove himself. The mynahs would laugh, the farmer would frown, the hens would shake their heads. "Chander, why are you crowing at noon?" they'd ask. "Because I had to show them," he'd reply, still trembling with indignation. The mynahs learned quickly. Anytime they wanted entertainment, they just had to provoke Chander. A whisper here, a tease there, and Rooster would lose all control. Days passed. Chander crowed more and more. At sunrise, yes, but also at noon, at evening, at midnight. He crowed when the mynahs mocked him. He crowed when the dogs barked at him. He crowed when the wind blew his feathers wrong. The farmer grew tired of the noise. "That rooster is useless," he muttered. "He crows at all hours. No one can sleep." The hens grew distant. "He's not reliable anymore," they clucked. "A rooster who crows at midnight is no rooster at all." Even the other animals, the cows, the goats, the ducks, began to avoid him. His constant outbursts disturbed their peace. But Chander didn't notice. He was too busy reacting, too busy proving, too busy losing himself in every provocation. Then came the night that changed everything. A fox had been lurking near the farm for weeks, waiting, watching, learning. It noticed Chander's pattern, how easily he could be triggered, how loud he crowed when provoked. One moonless night, the fox crept close to the coop. It didn't attack. Instead, it whispered. "Chander," it hissed softly, "is that the best crow you can do? The rooster in the forest puts you to shame." Inside the coop, Chander's eyes snapped open. His feathers bristled. "What did you say?" "I said," the fox whispered again, "you're not the best. You never were." Something snapped in Chander. He burst out of the coop, leaped onto the fence, and let out the loudest crow of his life at 2 a.m. The farmer woke, the dogs woke, the whole village woke. But so did the fox's family, waiting in the shadows. While everyone was focused on the screaming rooster, the foxes slipped into the henhouse. By morning, 3 hens were gone, the farmer's best layers, gone forever. Chander stood in the empty farmyard as dawn broke. No one looked at him, no one praised him. The hens huddled in fear. The farmer's face was stone. One old hen, the eldest in the flock, approached him slowly. "Do you understand now?" she asked quietly. Chander couldn't speak. Tears, yes, roosters can cry, rolled down his beak. "Your crow was a gift, but you let others use it against you. Every time they provoked you, you gave away your power. And now," she looked towards the empty henhouse. Chander bowed his head. For the first time in his life, he had nothing to say, nothing to prove, nothing to crow crow about. That evening, as the sun set, Chander sat alone on the fence. The mynas tried their usual tricks. "Hey, Chander, I heard—" He didn't move. "Chander, you gonna crow?" Silence. The mynas grew bored and flew away. For the first time, Chander felt something new. Peace. Not the peace of being praised, but the peace of not needing to react. The peace of choosing silence over noise. The peace of control. Chander's story teaches us that our emotions are powerful, but only when we control them. When we let every provocation trigger a reaction, we give others power over us. We become puppets, dancing on strings pulled by anyone who knows which buttons to push. The fox didn't kill those hens. Chander's lack of control did. His inability to pause, to think, to choose silence over reaction, that's what opened the door for tragedy. Your emotions are like fire, useful when controlled, destructive when not. Anger can protect you or consume you. Pride can motivate you or blind you. Fear can warn you or paralyze you. The difference is you, your choice, your control. Learn from Chander. When you feel the urge to react, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, is this worth my power? Most of the time, the answer is no, and in that pause, you reclaim yourself. If Chander's story reminded you to master your emotions rather than letting them master you, subscribe to Life Lessons Daily for more wisdom about self-control and emotional intelligence. Click the bell for daily reminders that your power lies in your pause. In the comments, share, when has losing your emotional control cost you something important? Your story might help someone else learn to pause.